Oopsie daisy. We did it again. I fell in love. I don't know that song. Um, Hi, it's me, Jake. It has been a while as I've been going through some stuff. Dave, you are there. Greetings, my friend. So good to be here. So nice to be back on the channel. Amy, great to see you. I'm just turning on this other thing to be able to. We did it again. Oh, there we go. Oh, Sue, Dave, Jen, wow. Ed, greetings. All the faces of the people of the names of the Ouija. What is up, my friend? Lori, great to see you. Yes, Jen is here. Jen is here, and I am here. What a pleasure and an honor to see me. Thank Belinda for letting us have a short time. Yes, Bob. Well, Lady Jerry is doing super great. She's up on the deck today. I mean, it's a long journey back, but we're on our way. Pick, greetings to you. Jen, you're actually training right now and blowing it off for this. Wow. What are you in training for? I'd like to hear about that. I'm assuming that you haven't sent me an email, but you may have. My email hygiene, even at the best of times, is not so good. Julie, hello. So nice to see everybody. I've really missed you. Flavia, greetings. Wow, this is a real good good attendance today. So yeah, it's nice to have a little theme music with the show, I think. But that's sadly I'm not sure how to turn it off. Okay, there we go. Wouldn't have missed this for anything, Ed. Thank you. You were just performing CPR on someone and blew it off for this. Dave, well, see you in court. Yes, so wonderful to see you too, Flavia. Hello from Atlanta, Laura. Yes, greetings, greetings. Yes, Julie, glad your Belinda's doing well. I'm just reading up. Hey, Chicago misses me. Josh, I miss Chicago. I don't know if you're on the group, but my wife has been having a bit of health trouble. So making your wife homeschool where she's a teacher rather than picking her up. Wow, that is tough. So let me just tell you that Lady Jerry she's been off of all the opioids now for several days. Compared to the deep in the hole where we were, she's returning on her journey with this cancer, the multiple myeloma, and then the plasmacytoma. She has a tumor in her face. For those of you, I'm broadcasting on the whole Facebook, so everybody is now seeing this, and that's what's going on with me. That's why I'm not Josh back in Chicago, because my wife is battling, and I'm like her Sancho Panza. I don't know if Don Quixote is really the best metaphor for this now that I'm thinking about it, but I do love to dream the impossible dream. That song. So you're thinking and praying for us? Yes, thank you, Jen. So things are going well. She's out on the deck. She's making progress. She's been downstairs a couple of times for breakfast, Lady Jerry. Her face is still a bit Bell's palsy, but she's coming back, and she will be back. She's putting on weight. Who knows if she's going to go up a weight class? She's down. I think she's down about 2 weight classes right now. Can you ask how they're shrinking the tumor, Jen? Yes. It's the chemo. Chemo is not the best name. They call it chemo, but there's one of the drugs is called bortezomib, and then the other one is called daratumumab, and they both flag these myeloma cells in her blood and cause her natural one-zone natural immune system to attack the bad myeloma blood cells. And the tumor, the plasmacytoma, plasma, is also made out of blood of those cells. So the chemotherapy attacks the myeloma in her blood and also the tumor. And so the doctor estimates that the tumor has been shrunk possibly 70%. And isn't that a nice little noise to accompany that news? She will be back, Jeff. Yes, she will be back. Um, you think I'm looking thinner, Jen? I may have dropped some weight, but when I weighed myself this morning, I was I was about the same. And I did go to jiu-jitsu today. I've been able to get someone to spot for me a couple days a week to go and still train a little bit, so that's good. Do you know how long she'll be doing chemo, or is it just wait and see as it goes? Rachel, it's oh, and Rachel, thank you so much. Rachel, as we all know, one of the best gift givers, sent us a basket of pre and post chemo gifts. They just came yesterday, and so that was so thoughtful and kind. Thank you. They say that this first, she's going once a week now, and she's been to her third week, and they say 4 to 6 weeks of once a week, and then 4 to 6 weeks of every other week, and then month to month after that. Every time you go, they check your blood to see how the numbers of the myeloma, the protein markers of the naughty blood cancer cells, are there, and then that determines when they reduce it by half and go to month. So I'd say best case scenario, we've got another week or two of this once a week, and probably more, and then every other week for 4 to 6 weeks. So I'd say, and then the month to month, but she's progressively getting better each time. So now she can eat. She's still limited in what she wants to eat because of her mouth. It's affecting her left eye. Doesn't close all the way, so that's it's crazy. So we got to tape that shut, and her mouth is drooping down, and I think it's affecting her taste buds, or the foods that she wants, and I think it may also be pushing on her inner ear in a way that gives her some nausea. So so that's it. Mary, you're asking how she's handling the nausea. So she's taking lorazepam, Ativan sometimes, and then she's also got this, the trade name is Zofran, and she's alternating between those, and then we've had good luck with some of the stuff at the dispensary pot store. So that's been hopeful. Is it okay to ask if I would consider the Ron Simpson CBD THC cancer treatment? I'm not sure what the Ron Simpson CBD THC cancer treatment is, but she's doing some CBD THC in addition to her other things that she's doing. Josh, thank you. Thoughts and prayers. I appreciate that. Everything is hopeful. Yes. So Rachel, thank you so much for those great gifts. But Bob, thank you. Bob has sent me this lovely book, Holding the Fort, about Sealand, which is these guys bought this oil refinery platform after it was used and turned it into a sovereign nation. They were going to sell passports and everything, so I'm very excited to get into this book. It just arrived a couple of days. Well, it probably arrived sooner than that, Bob, but I just got to the post office box a couple of days ago, and I also received this package and 2 picture frames for whatever's in here. Happy birthday, Jake, from Bob. Very nice, and it's Principality of Sealand. Sealand is on the label, and I thought I would open this up on the show just because I think it's going to be awesome, and also I haven't prepared any content, so won't it be good to have this to look at? I think it will. So I'm opening it up, getting inside. Oh my God! Here we go. Principle of Sealand, independent sovereign state, founded in 1967. Approved and issued by Prince Michael of Sealand and the royal family. So there's 2 sets of official documents, and I'm imagining that this means that Lady Jerry and I are going to be accepted as nationals. Yeah, Lord Jerry Jake Johannsen. Registration deed. Let's pop this out. Registration deed. Lord Jerry Jake Johannsen has been awarded this individual noble title from the royal family. This is so nice, Bob, and so thoughtful, and so timely. As I'm heading possibly back, and then of course this other one I'm assuming is for yes, Lady Jerry Belinda Weymouth. This is really great because we all now have to revalidate ourselves going into the future. Show business, post-COVID, whatnot, post-cancer. Oh, hey, it's happy hour. So I thought I would bring along, it's Rosé, Band of Roses, Rosé, 2019, Washington State. I'm just telling you, the primary, the screw top, of course, is always the selling point, because who has time for a corkscrew when it's happy hour? You just want to get on with it, and I apologize because it's already, we're 12 minutes into this happy hour, 11, and I haven't already gotten happy. So cheers, everyone. It is so nice to virtually see you and be virtually seen by you, and I've felt your love for all this time that we've been trying to get through this here at Castle Jerry. Rachel giving some props to Bob. Yes, it's an awesome gift, Bob. I really appreciate it. I read a story about those guys back in, it may have even been in the 90s, in Wired magazine, and was fascinated by it. So I really thank you. Rick Simpson, it's Rick Simpson oil. You make it yourself. He does not sell it. Okay. People have fantastic results from this CBD oil in treating cancer. Okay. Well, you make it yourself out of household items, or I suppose I go to the dispensary, I get the ingredients, and then I make it myself. Is it topical, or do you take it orally, or is it a suppository? Well, the rosé is really effective. I can't wait to look up Rick Simpson oil. Screw top, that's a winner. Yes, you're right, Jen. You know, it's funny because when we were in New Zealand, one of Belinda's childhood friends is a bottler. As with the gold rush, when the wine craze takes off, you want to be in the wine bottling and trucking business, not in the growing grapes and squishing them into wine business. And in the gold rush, you want to be selling shovels and pants like Levy pants rather than mining for gold. So he is in that business, and when we went to his bottling place, all of the wines were screw tops, and of course I said, well, these can't be very good wines, they're all screw tops. And he said, well, actually, the screw top provides a better seal after the wine has been opened, so you get longer life out of a unfinished bottle. Unfinished bottle. That's not happening on our watch, is it, team? So you get that, and also it provides a better lasting seal on the bottle if it's not open. So actually, the only places he was telling us where they have to use corks or cork substitutes, evidently there's a cork shortage, is the United States and France, because they still have this mentality that the screw top is bad. Now, I've just explained to all of us that the screw top is not an indicator of a substandard wine at all. It's an indicator of a easy night for all. So you got your wine and cranberry juice, Jeff. Good to see you. I can put Sealandia on my list of post-cancer places to visit. Oh my God, I can't imagine visiting Sealandia. But Bob, I'm going to read that book. I think that may be a bit of a heavy lift to get Lady Jerry to go to Sealandia. All right. Pinot trivia there, Cindy. Good to hear. Just kind of looking through the comments here. Jen says she always uses her weed via suppository. Well, you know, it's faster acting that way. I didn't think we were going to cover butt chugging on this Friday's, so welcome back to the Daily Briefing. I was speaking of which Monday is chemo day, so I won't be able to do Monday. I'm going to try and be here on Tuesday next week, and we'll see. Join me with a can of wine, Don. This one thing about this show, it's all class, and you are no exception. No unfinished bottles or boxes, Julie. Yeah, the box of wine. That's how you really keep things fresh. What we need is downloadable wine. Yeah, I'll second that. Well, we actually probably have that. And, oh, that's the other thing. I still haven't used my Postmates. I got that lovely gift certificate from so many of you. Thank you. And I haven't. I've gotten the credit. I put it on the app. Haven't ordered a sandwich yet because we've been flooded with friends bringing food over. And oh my God, you can only eat so many lentils, and it's not as many as you think. Jen, thank you. You're so happy that I'm positive and in good spirits. I'm taking care of me too. I am. Things have eased up a bit lately. I'm sleeping in the Kimbo, which is right outside there. So Lady Jerry can have the bedroom and the bathroom suite to herself. I was in the living room for a while, but I kept getting woke up by Fanula, going to make her. She wants to stay up until 2 in the morning. So now that I'm sleeping in the Kimbo in the yard and peeing a jar, things are really looking up. I'm getting a better night's sleep, and also Belinda's able to sleep through the night, so that's nice. Todd, you're asking if I'm from Iowa or did I go to the University of Iowa? No. I mean yes. I mean yes and no. I am from Iowa. I was born in Iowa City while my parents were attending the University of Iowa, and then all my family is, aunts and uncles and grandparents and cousins. They're from Iowa, and so every vacation that we ever took when I was a kid was to Iowa, Christmas, Easter, summer vacation, to visit family. And then I went back to Iowa for college, to Iowa State in Ames, and then I moved from there to San Francisco to start my comedy career. So when you go on stage and you say, "I'm Jake, I'm from," where am I from? I said I was from Iowa because that's where I'd lived for the last 5 years, and that's where I was born and I identified with. But when I think about most of my childhood, we lived in Wisconsin until I was 10 years old. So that's 10 years and then another 2 at the end of high school. And I'd only lived in Iowa probably for 5-6 years altogether. So that's the answer to that question. Not a funny answer, but an answer. You learned about how awesome screw top wines were when you lived in Australia. So many great screw top wines there, Laura. Yes, the screw top. We can't judge anybody by their screw top anymore. So if you see a screw top walking around, don't just assume it's subpar. Could be excellent. Uma, so good to see you, and you really are a trooper for doing this. It's weird how the pandemic has created a community of misfits, but I'm glad it has, and that we can support you through this ordeal that is cancer. Yeah, thank you, Uma. It is. When I first started doing this, I was hoping that I could be of help to some other people, and it's been very rewarding to find that that's the case. And then when in turn I needed some help and support, you guys have, I can't tell you how many times I cried a little watching the video that you made. Cindy, you're saying you did a tourism thing at Lake Geneva this week. Have I been there? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Jen, you're saying butt chugging is how Dave drinks seltzers. Yeah. It's not, I can't even imagine that you're in a fraternity and you can, that's who does it, is dumb frat bro kind of guys that you soak a tampon in alcohol, vodka or Everclear, and then you put it in your ass, and that's how, and you can get alcohol poisoning this way super fast. Like one tampon soaked in Everclear is enough to possibly send you to the emergency room. So I get, it seems like a good idea, and it is Friday, but please no butt chugging. I only explain how to do it for novelty purposes. I am not a doctor, as I've made clear many times. Leave no wine behind, pick. I like it. That's a good t-shirt. Oh, you can mainline tater tot casserole my way as soon as Jen figures out how. Yeah, I don't know how you do that, Uma, and I don't know how that tater tot casserole is going to travel, but maybe I need to go back through the, maybe you could send me the recipe via email, because I know it's in a chat somewhere, but I don't know where that is. So if you could send me the tater tot casserole to jake@jakethis.com, and then I'll repost it here on Facebook so that everybody else can have it if they want it. Nothing paints a picture of success like sleeping in a camper and peeing in a jar. I see how this working material into my future. Well, Bob, yeah, when the pandemic started, I assumed that I was going to go right back to doing stand-up, and then it went on for a long time. And as you know, I was just planning to figure out how to be able to do that when the cancer fairy knocked at our door, and now I'm back on the back burner for that. So we'll see. Iowa, Wisconsin, Sarah, yes, indeed. Eddie Marshall, am I coming back out on the road again? Soon. Well, I don't think soon. I had hoped to be out in September, October, but now, I mean, I had plans to go to Jazz Fest in October, which is now canceled, mercifully, because I don't think I was going to be able to go. So now, yeah, I'd like to get back on the road, but I don't think it's going to be, it could be late this year, but it's probably going to be early 2022. 2022. But, you know, the best laid plans of mice and men. Bob, you're so sweet. I've lifted you up in ways you can never repay you for. Well, if that's true, and I don't think you're a liar, thank you. Sarah, you're sending us love and strength. Thank you very much. Dave, you're saying that you do butt chug seltzers. Nice. Jen is saying, I can attest to that Everclear tampon thing. Don't do it. Dave, you should do it, though. Oh, Jen, you and Dave, I don't know. Why don't you guys get a room? Or, I mean, Jake Fest is, because when that happens, I almost said if. When we do Jake Fest, oh my God, it's going to be super fun. Dawn, you're happy to see me upbeat. I am too. This is the best I've felt in a while, and I really wanted to do this today because it's Friday and it's low key. And like I say, my intention is to try and be here Tuesday next week, and then I don't know how many more shows I can do next week, just because the demands of Belinda's sort of up. It's an up and down, and we're progressing up all the way, but it goes down a little bit from time to time. So I have to reserve the right to not do the show, but believe me, it's nice to be here. Oh, you got some topics over the last few weeks? Is it all butt chugging, Ouija, or what else do you have? You said mainline and the camera went to your arm. Yeah, Scott, the camera, I've got it on automatic pilot because I feel like everybody's trying to play their role here. Dave, you're out of tampons. That's sad. Rachel, you're saying we all want tater tot casserole. I think you're right. It's Friday the 13th. Mary, you're saying, what's my favorite scary movie? Well, I'm old school. The scariest movie that I saw that sort of put me off all scary movies was the original Halloween. And I just don't like them. I don't like to be startled or scared. The Saw torture movies give me the creeps and the heebie-jeebies. We were watching this show, Belinda and I, The Serpent on Netflix, and I find that to be, that's more true crime, but it's like horror, and that's rough. But if I have to watch something that's in that scary movie category, I'm all about the zombies. I gotta say, I do like vampire movies. Vampires are romantic, but zombies are just flat scary. They're relentless, and you can't kill them. And if somebody around you dies, you got more zombies. There you go. Truth, the briefings are over. The last year has been an absolute blessing, and the best part is all of the new friends. Oh, you're saying the briefings over the last year have been an absolute blessing. Well, I appreciate that, Jen. Thank you. Mary, you're saying The Visit or Get Out. Get Out was great. I mean, Get Out is, it's great. It's so much more than just a scary movie. But The Visit sounds good. Well, I haven't seen that before. Flavia, you're saying Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. Wow. Well, scary. You actually watched Olympic Jiu-Jitsu. Don, I didn't get to see any Olympics. We were pretty deep in our own personal struggle here. Poltergeist, The Shining, Julie and Pick, respectively. Those are both good choices. We went to that hotel on our little trip in the camper where they shot The Shining. I had a sticker from there, but I don't know where it is right now. But it's in Oregon. Beautiful. Flavia, you hate zombie movies. American Werewolf in London. Great combination, scary and comedy, Jeff. Can't argue with you there. You can really kind of see the demographic of the crowd here. Keys is out stocking up on his tiki torch oil because the kids are coming home tonight. He's gone overboard with the torches during the pandemic. Maybe his voodoo is what he kept asking. Oh, kept the pandemic at bay. Well, I wonder what's the temperature like there right now. I think it's hot in Texas, isn't it? Favorite scary movie for you, Ed, is Alien and Aliens. Yeah, those are great. Those to me are above and beyond. But yes, you're absolutely right. I love those two movies. Earl, you like the fast zombies? Yeah, 28 Days Later. Holy cow. Todd, you're saying always loved your comedy. Hopefully you'll be able to make laugh in person soon. Yes, hopefully I will be able to make laugh in person soon. I understand how typing on the internet is not easy. Abbott Costello, Me Frankenstein. Oh, Mary, Exorcist. Yeah, that's a scary one. Everyone wants to watch The Visit. Okay, all right. What's it on? Oh, Laura, you saw the Simpson parody of The Shining before you saw the movie. Wow, you really left it late on that, didn't you? Joan, you're saying you're on vacation, just remembered to sign on. Well, that's nice. It's hot as F in Texas, yeah. Psycho, Jaws, The Exorcist, those are all nice. Ouija, your favorite scary movie is Fantasia. Yeah, well, it is scary. It is scary when you think about it. Things got out of control with that water. Where are we at? The Changeling with George C. Scott. I think I've seen that one. Jen, you're asking if a stem cell transplant is in Belinda's future. You've been reading up a little. I don't think that's going to be part of it. I think they're going to be able to solve it with this 2-drug chemo and then possible radiation for this thing. But the next thing is CAR T cell or something like that on the possible menu. So we'll see. Julie, you're on vacation too? Nice. Exorcist is an underrated horror movie. Hard to believe that that's true, Craig, because I think everybody has the Exorcist on their list. Yes, this is amazing news, Jen. It is amazing news. Belinda's really responding to therapy. She's in the higher percentiles of both the speed and the effectiveness of the chemo with her. So we're very optimistic about that. Uma, you're saying CAR T-cell therapy is awesome. Well, I don't know. Look, she's come home. Belinda's come home from the therapy that she's got right now. To have the doctor give a medical briefing on the next daily briefing. Yeah, Ouija. I would love to do that. The doctor is a pretty hilarious dude. Well, I have to tell you that the fun meter has been stuck on minimum for a while, but today we're solidly in the middle. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. One step at a time on this journey. But this is big news for the fun meter to be here. It's been very, very low recently. Oh, I can't remember if I showed you this. So right after Belinda and I got engaged, we took this trip to Florida. So this is from the airboat tour that we went on in Florida. And this is a photo of us making silly faces. You know, they take your picture and then they're going to try and sell it back to you as a souvenir. And we made a goofy one, and it totally worked. I bought it as soon as I saw it. So that is the show for today. I've got some nice things on reserve for next week. But before we're done, when Jake Fest happens, let's get Jake drunk and silly. Wow. Hang on here. I've earned it. Yeah, Uma, I would like that. I can feel the love, Joan. Thank you. I can feel it. You got an inch of rain since the video started, Carol. Oh, God, it sounds scary. Jake, could you tell those bruisers at jiu-jitsu to lighten up on me? I'm worried on you. Yeah, well, they take it easy on me. They know. I did say to the guy, yeah, why? Did you see, have I got some bruises? Yeah, I'll be all right. I'll be all right. It's some really great friends there. Anyway, it's time for Seize the Day. It's been a while since we've seized the day. I mean, I assume that you've all been seizing the day as I have been trying to do. Fuck, the day can be pretty fucking elusive sometimes, but we're going to seize the day. What are you saying there, Bob? Courage is not having the strength to go on. It is going on when you don't have the strength. Teddy Roosevelt. Well, that is absolutely right. I've seen Belinda take a mouthful of pudding on occasion that I would say was more heroic than I've ever seen any fighter be in the ring. She's an amazing example, and I, for one, would not fuck with her. Todd, do I ever work with Duck's Breath? I haven't, but I know who they are. Does that count? I'm not even sure if those guys work with each other anymore. All right, here we go. Today's Seize the Day is from George Eliot. All right? And then, by the way, I've got a friend coming over to have happy hour at the picnic table right next to the Kimbo tonight. So I'm trying to enjoy my life in the weird, funny way that I'm able to. Today's Seize the Day from George Eliot. What do we live for if not to make life less difficult for each other? What do we live for if not to make life less difficult for each other? It's weird that I don't pre-read these, and they sometimes turn out to be so fucking good. You guys have made life easier for me. And I hear you when you say that I have made life a little easier for you. And so this is a high five situation, as we call it around our house. So give yourselves a high five. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Be nice to a jerk. Whatever you do, don't give up. There'll be plenty of time to give up later. And I'll see you all on Tuesday.